Upgrading your axle shaft is a good idea if you're somebody who has big tires on your Jeep, you do some hardcore wheeling, you're worried about snapping a shaft on the trail, or of course if you've already broken an axle shaft, going with something that's going to be chromoly and stronger than a factory replacement is definitely going to be a good idea. Today we're going to talk through the installation of these axle shafts, which I am going to give a strong 2 out of 3 wrenches. There's no major modifications necessary to get these installed, however you are going to have to do a good bit of disassembly of your axle assembly in order to get these in place, and the whole process is probably going to take you around 3 hours or so per axle, but we'll talk through that a little bit further in just a second. Now, 10 Factory makes a high quality axle. However, there are some other companies out there that are going to make a similar axle out of similar materials, and they're going to be right around the same price. So as far as which brand you choose, that's really up to you. I do like this axle shaft in particular, especially the front shafts that come from 10 Factory because of the 5760X U-joints that are used. These are a non-greaseable U-joint up front, which is going to be a little bit stronger than the greaseable ones because of course you don't have the grease pads drilled through your U-joints. As far as construction goes, these front axles are going to be made out of a 4340 chromoly and the rear are made of a 4140 chromoly. The axle shafts are just going to be a little bit bigger in the rear so they can get away with a slightly lower strength material. Either way, these are going to be a factory spline count, so they're going to slide directly into that carrier that you already have installed in your Jeep. Out back, you're going to have all of your bearings, your seals, and your ABS tone rings that you need to get these installed. So it is a very complete kit and it is going to be very strong. As far as the install goes, I am going to give these a strong 2 out of 3 wrenches. You are going to have to do a good bit of disassembly even though there's no major modification necessary to get these installed, and you're going to want to set aside around 3 hours, and you're going to need most of the tools in your toolbox for this installation. As far as the actual install itself goes, of course, you'll have to jack up the Jeep, remove the wheel and tire, also remove the brakes. Then you can remove the bearing assembly, pulling the whole axle shaft out, and go ahead and reinstall your new axle shafts and then the rest of the components in reverse order. These axle shafts come in at right around $600, and as I said before, there are quite a few other brands out there that are going to be making axle shafts of a similar material. They're going to include similar components, and they're going to be right around the same strength because, as I said, they are made pretty much the same. So which brand you choose is really up to you. The prices are going to be similar, the final product's going to be similar, so really up to you what you want on your Jeep. So whether you've already broken an axle shaft on the trail and you're looking for a stronger than factory replacement, or you're going to install some stronger shafts along with your larger tires to ensure you're not going to break anything on the trail, this is going to be an affordable and fairly easy to install option for you. So that's my review of the 10 Factory axle shafts fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.